Hey out there, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome on in. I am here to do some painting. It's been a minute, but I am ready to go. I got my color palette for the night picked out, which is a series of greens, teals, and oranges with a little bit of white in there. And that's what we got. So that's what we're going to be working with. I'm going to be primarily focusing on, I think, the canopy at the top part of the painting, and probably some bushes and greenery on the top half, so like above the spring. That is the goal. So I'll be working on this tonight for as long as I can possibly stand it. Hope y'all had a wonderful Sunday. Yeah, it's still Sunday. Hope it was nice. Hope it treated you well. We're just gonna hop right to it. Hi, Taz. Welcome. Thank you for the love. All right. Yeah. We got some random Nintendo music picked out. And I think after this, it's gonna go to... What's it gonna do next? Some Zelda music, it looks like. Zelda piano. Where is that Zelda piano video? Let me make sure that one is up next. Yeah, we're gonna be doing... It's kind of hard to see the landscape on part of this because the paper is shiny. Will that not move? Huh, I guess I need to go... Oh, well, whatever. We'll just roll with what we got. Alright, I can use a bit of a bigger brush for part of this, but I am going to start with the smaller brush, like usual, to fill in some of these super small little areas. Then I can do these larger canopy areas with the bigger brush and edge it with the smaller brush. Yeah, so I got a series of greens here. I'm just gonna hop right to it. I keep wanting to like scoot super far forward, but that's the problem with doing the top of the painting, is it's a little harder for me to get like a good angle on it. I have to lean over a lot. It's a little tougher on the back. All right, so the smaller stuff in the back, I want more of like a darker shade in general. So we're gonna start with like teals and just mix in like some limes and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit of like this forest green that I have. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna see how I feel about it. I want the tree canopies to be a little more like varied in color, not so flat. Like the sky is relatively flat, but I don't want the canopy to be the same, you know? But we'll see what happens. The trick to that is to just keep dipping my brush in different colors constantly. And never like keep reblending and reblending and reblending an area. I just gotta like kind of let things lie as they turn out for the most part. And use less of the darker colors. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it looks. My paintings are always a bit of a experiment in process. I was like, what is this? Donkey Kong? Wait, Pikmin. Took me a second. A little didgeridoo moment. Honestly, this darker green that I have is not that dark. These teals are way heavier. Got like a phthalo green and a phthalo blue. Seem to be way more intense. I think I'm gonna have to. My goal is to not outline as much stuff in this piece, but as I go, I just see more opportunities for it, and I end up doing it. I need a towel. 1, 2, 3. I always keep a huge. I basically have a whole little shelf container full of napkins because I go through them way too fast. I don't know what happened to my cleaning cloth. I think my husband might have accidentally tossed it at some point. Or I just put it somewhere that I have no recollection of. I'm gonna do a little bit of neon yellow. That neon yellow is what's really gonna lighten things, I think. I want the underside of these to be darker than the top part. That's going to require a bit of foresight. Okay. I usually don't use a lot of green in my paintings. Oh!
Hello!
Hello! Welcome, Raiders. Hi. Gaia Green, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for bringing your community over to me. I am painting tonight. I am typically a variety streamer, but I do painting from time to time. Thank you so much for coming in. Release, or R Elise, thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Rager Brian, G Mac, thank y'all for the follows as well. Let's see what you were up to tonight. What were you doing? Were you doing some art as well? If so, I'm gonna have to check you out. Oh my god, y'all. Horse Goes Quack, Brion Toast, and Gaia, and Mallory Jolene. Oh my god, iconic name. Working on a commission, nice. Let me check you out. Ooh. Oh. A pup drawing. Oh my god, thank you all so much for the follows. I'm really honored. Thank you. Meow me, meowie meowie. So my name is PinkJJS. Let me turn my music down a smidge. Let me turn it down just a little bit. I kind of jam out a little bit sometimes. I am PinkJJS. I started as an Animal Crossing streamer, and I recently finished my island about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I plan on starting another one eventually. I do painting from time to time, and I'm kind of a variety streamer. I just finished 10 Zelda games over the past year, so I have like a lot of free time, a lot of open space in my streaming schedule. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I'm going to be doing like creative Minecrafting and Dead by Daylight and painting, and then just whatever I feel like in the moment. But I'm going to show a couple of my paintings to y'all, so sit tight for just a second. And if anyone is in here and you're not following Gaia, you should give Gaia a look. I just did, and her art looks great. The little pup portrait looks amazing. I recently am a new puppy parent too. We got a puppy like a month ago, me and my husband. Oh, she's sweet as hell, but oh my god, my sleep schedule is wrecked. But here are a few examples of my work real quick. I'll just run through them really quick so y'all can see what I've been up to for the past few years. These are going to start, the first one I'm going to show is from 2017, and then I'm going to show like one from each year up until last year. So this is from 2017. This is kind of the origin of my style of painting. I do these kind of like bright, colorful, abstracted landscapes. They're not really based in realism, but they're not really totally unrecognizable, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my thing. I like these very like loose, flowy lines and kind of puffy shapes and stuff like that. This is one from 2018. This one more monochrome, but you can see a similar kind of line quality and shape and kind of overall feel to that one. And then this one is from 2019. This one is, I was kind of inspired by like a Japanese paper cutout. There was a game that came out on Wii around this time. I don't remember the name of it anymore because it was Wii U. But it was really inspiring to me and I just loved it. It was more like a story game. It wasn't really like a game proper, but yeah. And then I did this commission for my brother last year in 2020. It's a cityscape. So this one's a little more, the other ones probably took 40 plus hours. This one took about 30 to 40 hours. So you can see there is kind of a similar quality throughout all of them though. I really like ribbony lines and kind of a lot of detailed line work for sure. But thank you for checking me out. I'm just gonna be listening to some music and doing my thing. I paint with a really tiny brush, so it is a very slow process. But I'm hoping to do a lot of the upper half of my painting. I got greens and yellows on the palette tonight, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of like the upper, so I'm doing like a woodsy garden. I'll go back to my, it's kind of hard to see because the paper's, it's on a Yupo paper, which is like made out of plastic. So it has like this reflective quality until I put the paint down and then things start to reveal themselves a bit better. But I have like the tree canopy up here, which you can kind of see the shape because I did the sky and stuff already. So I'm going to be doing like tree shapes up there, just really kind of puffy cloud-like lines and shapes. And then I have a bunch of shrubbery. So there's like a spring here in the middle. And then there's a path that kind of winds around and behind it. And then a variety of just like trees and plants, ferns, flowers and stuff like that, kind of scattered throughout the landscape. So it's like a little garden. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the raid. I really do appreciate it. I can't wait to check you out sometime. I'm always looking for good art streamers on Twitch. I dabble from time to time. I'm not like constantly in doing art, but I appreciate a very chill art stream if I can find one. But yeah, I'm using like just a teeny tiny little baby brush here, and I'm blending in some foliage. Is that the right word? Foliage? Sorta, kinda. But yeah, this is a lot of my paintings are just for my own pleasure. Like I've done a commission for my brother, but I've never really done a commission for like a random person who had an idea and came to me. So a lot of my stuff is just like for my own mental well-being, I guess, you know? I just kind of sit back and do what comes to mind. But a lot of I like a lot of landscapes. A lot of my inspirations are like Japanese art and just like video game backgrounds, stuff like that is where I draw a lot of my inspiration from. Yes, I am a fellow left-hander. Left-handeder. Yep, me and my oh, Poofy. Thank you for the resub. 6 months. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well tonight. Period. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you. But yeah, I'm always up in my own head with my paintings. I won't call myself a perfectionist necessarily, but I definitely get up in my head about stuff. You know? But my goal tonight is to do a lot of these smaller shapes, and then I'm going to take a bigger brush and do these big gestural shapes last over top of what I'm doing now. So it's a process. It is definitely a process, but it'll be worth it. I'm just going to try and not be as rigid as I usually am. I always start out the night saying that and never quite pans out, but it's always my intention, you know? Because my line work is pretty delicate in a lot of ways, but I kind of want to find a nice way to like mix it up, like balance delicate line work with like really pretty gestural lines and color fields and stuff. I really like bold colors quite a bit, so I just like mixing them and kind of seeing what kind of colors happen on the canvas in that particular space that I'm working on. One of like most enjoyable aspects of painting for me, to be honest. Just that little like bit of experimentation. But I really should try and loosen up a bit. Because this is, after all, this is like the underpainting stage. Oh my god, Captain Toad. Yeah, that's a nice color. I think I'll roll with that on the bottom and then just clean this and start fading in some lights. I have some orange. I don't know why I poured myself some orange tonight, but I did. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll want to like sprinkle that in. You never know. This melody sounds so familiar, but not like a video game familiar. Maybe it is, and I'm just can't pinpoint it. Hey, Alex. I started about 30 minutes ago. Not too long ago. I've been getting a lot of late starts this week because my husband's been staying up later and trying to get the puppy to do her thing before I start stream and all that, you know? It's just been harder to like get to the table at the right time. And sometimes with painting, I get a little carried away setting up and whatnot, you know? So satisfying watching people paint. It really is. It really is like a nice, soothing thing. My paintings are a slow burn too. My paintings are a definite slow burn. Like I'm gonna try and do painting streams the next 3 days just because I finished Zelda and I finished Animal Crossing and I don't have much going on. But I've been so addicted to Dead by Daylight recently, it's kind of hard to pull myself away from. You know, when you first get a game and you just can't put the damn thing down. I'm still in that phase with Dead by Daylight. For sure. Alright, I want a little bit of this color. Not too much. And then I want to phase in lights right over it. Thought my green palette was pretty limited, but I have a pretty decent amount of green, seems like. More than I thought. I feel like I'll need to go back over some of these areas once they dry a bit to layer in some more yellow, just to make it highlight and pop a bit better. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. It's very cartoonish, but I'm okay with that. That's what I'm rolling with. Hey, Scooby. What's going on? Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Happy Sunday. Well, I guess it's almost Monday. Oh, water bead. Just submitted a paper for school. Nice. You made it in before the wire? There we go. Bit late. School's Atlantic time. Blame your ISP. It's the ISP's fault. Bum, 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 bum. You don't think they care? I think most teachers are just happy that people submit anything at all that's not just like complete dribble. Dribble? I don't know what the correct word is, but is it drivel with a V or dribble? Drivel, right? With a V. This is a tune, right? Malo Mart. I'm sure Alex is a living. Oh, we got a fucking ad. Boo. Oh, I didn't make my window the right size. Have you done? I haven't. So I had Twilight Princess. I had the remaster on my Wii U, but I sold it and now I don't have it. And I got rid of my old game collection years ago, which I regret. I've been thinking about like rebuying a Wii U, but what a pain in the ass, you know? I don't want to rebuy that thing. The hardware is such junk compared to the Switch. I loved it when I had it, but it really has not held up. I don't. I sold my GameCube. I was hard up for cash in 2017. I sold all my shit like a dumbass, and I just was tired of lugging it around everywhere. I moved like from 2016 to 2019, I moved like 4-5 times or something. I was just sick of fucking lugging it around. I got rid of it in 2017 because I knew like my living situation was gonna be pretty rough for the next who knew how long, and I didn't really have space for it in the place we were staying, and the storage unit we had was not climate controlled, so I didn't want to keep it there. So somebody in my city probably bought all my stuff from the retro game shop by now. Long, long ago. It's a sad, sad tale, I know. I was just all I did is I had like a box full of stuff and that I was never gonna play, you know. I just had like this huge box, and each system was in its own little like grocery bag in the box. I was just like, you know what? I have not opened this box in like 4 years. But that was before I like even entertained the idea of streaming. Now I definitely regret it. But what are you gonna do? Move on, because I'm not gonna rebuy all that shit for the insane amount of money that the market increase has created. I'm not doing that. So I'll just do I don't know, I could probably find alternative means, you know. I've looked into it. It's just tough to like. I have a Mac, and Boot Camp is only so good. I guess eventually Maybe like next year, my goal will be to actually get like a PC, probably. It's probably a decent goal if I'm going to continue to stream. Yeah, well, one of the reasons I sold it was because like it's like, oh, they're just gonna re-release this on Switch. I'll just rebuy it. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a for sure happening. Like probably very early on because those games came out pretty late in the Wii U's life cycle. I think, pretty sure they did. So I was like not bothered, and here we are almost what, like 4 years into the system's life cycle. They still haven't been re-released on it, which is shocking to me because I had Wind Waker too. And you know, I bought Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but I only really played the Wind Waker remake. I didn't play the Twilight Princess one but for like maybe 2 hours or something. So Nintendo totally got that free money from me, the sucker. I feel like at this point, expecting Nintendo to do anything is just like a lesson in frustration. So I don't hold my breath for any good announcements for anything. All right. That's a lot of the small shapes over there. Got a couple of small shapes in this general area that are going to be darker. I really do want to replay. I don't know if I beat Twilight Princess originally. I think I did. It's just I've never truly replayed it, so I don't remember. The Wii years were like when I was into video gaming the least because I was in college, you know? So I wasn't like at college like playing my Wii all the time, you know? I was getting fucked up, doing stupid shit. Being a degenerate, etc., etc. Stuff like that. So the Wii years are the years in video gaming that I didn't really buy or consume that much. But the Wii was a bunch of mostly was like shovelware and garbage anyway. Overall, in retrospect, I think the Wii is like, in terms of software, probably Nintendo's like weakest moment since ever. I don't know. I'm trying to think like what era would be comparable. I mean, I know there were a bunch of dog shit games on like the NES. You know? You also didn't like using the Wii controller. Agreed. At some point, I was just like, you know what? I'm not into motion controls. There were a couple games that were good, but most of them I just got tired of playing. Yeah, yeah. I never even gave Skyward Sword a chance. I straight up never bought it, never played it. And that was like the era of Zelda I missed out on, was like the DS games. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. I never really played those either. And then there was like Four Swords or whatever, Four Swords Adventures, Triforce Heroes. Breath of the Wild is what got me back into Zelda, to be honest. Which I'm sure it did for a lot of people. I'm kind of looking forward to playing Skyward Sword, though, because they're not requiring motion controls on the Switch version, so I'm happy to give it a full-fledged chance. Alright, there's a couple tiny shapes done. They were saying it was the best since Ocarina. Really? I read that it was way more linear than a lot of Zelda games had been in recent years. But I guess, I mean, Twilight Princess was pretty linear. And Wind Waker ultimately was not, I mean, it felt open, but it really was not much of an open world or non-linear experience either. It just kind of had that vibe without actually committing to it. But I do want to find a way. Oh, and Link Between Worlds. I did play Link Between Worlds on 3DS and love that. I thought that game was fucking great. But I've never replayed it. I'd love to, though. So Link Between Worlds was like it had the same map and world as Link to the Past, but the dungeons were totally different. And there was like it was the one that was on 3DS. Oh, you didn't have a hand. Oh, it's easily the best 2D Zelda since probably Link's Awakening. I mean, it's better than Minish Cap and the other Capcom ones for sure. Again, though, I haven't replayed it, so memory's a little hazy, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it wasn't linear either. Like, there was a very obvious non-linear element to it that was kind of nice. Letting you decide where to go and when. But it was yeah, it's just like a reimagining of the Link to the Past world, but with like a twist. So you could change forms and like you'd be painted on the wall, and that was a way to like navigate across spaces you wouldn't be able to navigate on foot. So there'd be like little portals around the world that you'd slip into, and then you'd turn like 2D and you'd walk on the wall to get to like different areas. So it added like an extra puzzle element to it that made you think. Yeah, it was good. It was a good game. I'd say probably for me top 5 Zeldas, because my favorites are Breath of the Wild, Link to the Past, and Wind Waker. And then I'd probably say Ocarina and Link Between Worlds after that. I don't know. I really like Link to the Past, so the fact that it was like a different take on the Link to the Past map is probably a big part of why I like it so much. Some people were probably disappointed that it's like the same map and the same world with a twist, but I loved it. I highly recommend. I'm sure you can find it um somehow, you know. There are ways to play it. And the 3D on it actually looked pretty nice if I remember correctly. I ought to pull out my 3DS and play it sometime. It's pretty yellow. Sort of like Mario Odyssey when you turn. Yeah, it was a little more simplistic than that though. Like it wasn't. There weren't like 2D much 2D platforming elements to it. If I remember correctly, it was more like you would use it to navigate a 3D or I mean it was top down 2D 3D, but it wasn't like straight up platforming sections like the Odyssey areas. But I bet that probably is one of the inspirations for the use of that in Odyssey because it is similar in concept. It's just more simplistic. But yeah, I got all my Zeldas done. I did 10 out of 15 Zelda games. Not including like Triforce Heroes and Four Swords, I think. Because those are basically Link to the Past rehashes, but with multiple players. So I don't really feel a need to play those. Took me a year. Gotta do that Tingle game. I didn't do Zelda 2. I'm not really interested in Zelda 2 either. Nintendo 2D platformers, man, I don't know. They're too fucking like difficult. So difficult it's like not enjoyable. Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land though, that is not on the to-do list, I'm afraid. Need a little bit more of this dark color. But yeah, I really do want to find a way to at least do the DS titles because those seem like they're legit Zelda experiences. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure those were on the Wii U Virtual Console shop, and I bought those too. But I never played them, like a dumbass. Gotta go. All right, take it easy, Scoob. Hope your week goes well. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Good luck on your paper. Getting a good grade. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Need more yellow. Come on, yellow. All right, that's good. I think I'm gonna have to let go of some of these perfectly lined edges that I made up here. You can't really see them. I mean, you can see some eraser marks, but I'll just have to go back and redefine those later and make rough edges tonight. This is some pretty chill Zelda music. Got all the goods. All right, let's do yellow. Looks pretty spiffy to me. Maybe tone down some of this neon yellow with just a bit of neon green. Rid of the harsh yellow. Soften it a little bit. All right. I should work on the spring some more tonight too. All right, there's a lot of small shapes kind of on this side, and then I'll be able to do some quick big gestural areas, fill up the top relatively fast. I say that, but what I say and what I do are often two different things. I gotta move this mic. Like the music got really quiet. It must just be this song. It'll probably swell into some grand crescendo here in a moment. All right, do some yellow. Yellow is supposed to be the color that just blends right into stuff, but I'm finding this like light lime green I'm using to be the most, what's the word? Passive color. Just like does not show the blending color through and through. All right. Hey, Moira. Doing tonight? Oh, for my towels. Right. I am moving a little bit faster than I usually do, so that is a plus. For me, this is quick. Oh, I'm clicking now. This is my big break. I can't wait. I'm just gonna sit on my hands and wait and see what happens. I know. You're gonna see my face everywhere. Everywhere you look. I'm gonna be sponsored, and you just wait. Just wait. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Success will come to me. Beautiful. Well, these ones over here are definitely a little brighter, but I think that's okay because it's actually more open sky. Sorta, kinda, a little bit. A little bit. Um, there's gonna be so much green in this painting. Painting is gonna end up being like 80% green. So I'm trying to differentiate a little bit some of these shades and stuff. This yellow, this neon yellow is like a game changer for the greens underneath it. Just makes things pop so bright. Like it doesn't necessarily change the color outright, it just makes it glow. All right, that's good. I just wanted that one to pop a little bit more. All right, back to this side. Oop, too dark. right. Okay. Let's do a little bit more yellow on here. Now it seems dark. Now that it's dried. That's something I got to keep in mind too, is things look super flowy and vibrant when they're wet, and then when they dry, they have a tendency to flatten a bit. So I think that extra layer highlight yellow is going to be important for these trees. Okay. Now I just got to do around this green one that I just made. How's the pup? She's good. We've been feeding her rice and pumpkin the past few days, which she loves. Apparently some people's dogs won't eat it. She loves it. Because she was having some stomach issues. So we've been giving her that, and today she's kind of back to her normal self without major tummy upsets, which is nice and encouraging. And she I don't know, but since that, her like bathroom schedule is all wonky now, so we got to kind of like work back towards regularity after this past week. But she's good. She was good today. Pumpkin, yep. It was like canned pumpkin. Apparently, canned pumpkin is like a diuretic for dogs, so they have to pee a lot. So it's just, she was having some serious issues with going to the, I mean, she went like on, what day was it? Friday? She went to the bathroom like freaking 8 to 10 times. So it was just a lot. But since we started giving her the rice on Friday night, and the pumpkin was like pumpkin rice. It's like I made a big pot of white rice, and my husband just brought home some canned pumpkin, so he just smashes up the canned pumpkin in with the rice, and she's all over it. She can't get enough of it. But she didn't go to the bathroom at all yesterday, and so I was like the opposite. I was still worried, but I was like, well, now she's not going to the bathroom at all, so like what happens now? But apparently that's normal if you give them that, because they, dogs' stomach acid is much more intense, like strong than humans, so they break down things a lot more than humans do. So she was just peeing, but she's good. She's good. She's back to her normal little self as of this morning, apparently. But yeah, because she's been peeing more, it's just been harder to like see, take her out. Like take her out every 20 minutes instead of every 30 to 45 minutes. They do eat grass. Yeah. She was eating a lot of grass when she like just came to our apartment because when they mow the lawn in the complex, a lot of it gets blown onto our patio since we're on the ground level. And yeah, she was going to town like a little. She was just munching down. But that upset her stomach actually. That made her vomit, so. She's just so tiny, her stomach's super sensitive. So there's gonna be a lot of these moments, so I'm just getting used to them, we've only had her for a month, so I'm still learning myself. That was, yeah, wasn't that the woods in Minish Cap? That last song? Hey, Palm. Good evening. All right, this is the last of the tiny brush sections for now, at least. All right. Excited to see it's a painting stream? Yes. I already had a really gracious raid. I'm going to give the raider another shout out. She was doing a commission for someone. She raided me pretty early on. And her commission looked amazing. Last doing art. Doing a pit bull portrait. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for just a sec. Then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start doing, there's like all these bigger sections in the top. So I'm gonna do those with a bigger brush so they're a little more loose and painterly, But I wanna let this dry first before I accidentally smear or mess it up. Bob, it was just a sketch. That was just a sketch. Just filler, time filler for when I'm playing DBD. If I did color it in, it would just be colored pencils or something. But I did a lot of the shading already with like graphite pencil. All right, if I wait like another 2 minutes, that should be fine because I'm going to start with this side first. So by the time I make my way all the way over there, it should be dry. What have y'all been up to today? What did y'all do on this Sunday? Anything interesting, exciting, fun? Or did you just relax? Also acceptable and honestly preferred for me. Majora's Mask. Yeah, this Zelda playlist has all the hits. Calm and happy music from The Legend of Zelda. From YouTube user Vapid Bobcat. Finally started designing your island on New Horizons. And watch the Heathers. Ooh. Throwback. What are you doing for your island, Pum? You keeping it simple? You gonna do rustic? We went to the outlet mall to shop for a bit, enjoyed getting out for a while. Isn't it nice being fully vaccinated and not feeling stressed? I mean, I'm still wearing my mask if I go out, but it is nice to like let out a little sigh of relief that it's not 100%, but it's close, you know? Feels good. For me, anyway. I think I'll wait just a little bit longer. I'm impatient. I took a nap today. I took a nap. I should do more water in the spring. I did one shade of blue. I think the other shade's going to be just a smidge lighter. Still wear your mask, but it's very relieving. Even ate at a small ice cream shop for the first time. Going out for ice cream sounds amazing. There's something about just like getting ridiculous stuff all over your ice cream at a shop that's just so makes it so much better, you know? Load it the fuck down. I'm not even a big sweets person, but I go all out when I do ice cream. You wouldn't say your island is simple. Oh, that piques my interest. Alright, let me clean these bristles. Aiming for roaring 20s. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that. There's quite a few things that would work for that. Making like little saloon type buildings, and I mean that's more like Wild West, but you could like slightly modernize it. Pumpkin cart. Lots of like, I don't know. Trying to think of like specific items. Nothing's coming to mind. I'm gonna use a brush that is, I'm gonna use a couple of brushes, I think, for this next part. Grab these two. I'm gonna grab this one for tighter little corners. And maybe this one. Oop, the brush cup's about to fall. Don't fall. All right. Yeah, it's a decent selection. I don't want them to be too big. I just want them to be like a couple steps up. I know there's a good amount of clothing that'll fit that vibe. Dressing all your villagers in hats and suits and like sequin flapper dresses, feathers in their hair and stuff like that. All right. I'm just gonna go for it, you know? I'm just going for it. Fuck it. Can't believe May is basically over. I know. It really is crazy how fast this year's going, too. Let's layer in some light. It ain't coming out this year. You got high hopes, Alex. You got high hopes. I'm trying to curb those hopes for you a little bit so you're not super disappointed. Hey, Haley. Hey. How you feeling today? Hopefully things are on the mend. It didn't get an official launch date. Alex is just trying to will it into being. Feeling good. Got to go outside again. Nice. Hell yeah. That's great news. What about your family? What about your brother and your dad and stuff? They doing all right? God, this yellow is so thick. I can't do anything with this. It's like not even sticking to my brush. It's so viscous. Weird. I'm just really gonna pile on the paint here. I want some texture. Means I'll probably need some more of this stuff. Because I really just slathered a bunch on there. Brother's doing good and better. Your dad had to go to the hospital? Oh, man. Yeah, it's a lot rougher for people of a different generation, that's for sure. So I was really worried about my husband all these months because he's like older, not way older than me, but he's older than me. So I was always like, be careful around your clients. Because, I mean, I am in the Bible Belt here. There's a lot of people that don't respect the idea of masks. So many anti-maskers. But I'm glad your dad's went to the hospital. Hopefully he's out and able to be at home with just bed rest. Hi, Bailey. You ended up on an art stream. Let's see. I got rated by Gaia Green. So whoever rated Gaia Green, and then Gaia Green brought you to me. Ended up on an art stream. What were you watching originally? I'm curious. I'm curious how people, like where people started when they end up in raids sometimes. It's kind of funny. I've woken up, like, I'll go on a raid and then see where my channel ends up when I wake up the next morning. It's totally like games I would never even am close to streaming. Been up. I am away from your computer with Twitch up all day. Don't even remember when this mess started. Yo! Well, even if you go, Bailey, thanks for popping in and let me know you were here. I appreciate it. Oh, you followed. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you for the follow, Bailey. Maybe you'll watch an art stream from time to time. My art streams are pretty slow moving. Haley, thank you for the resub. It's very sweet. I am very glad you're doing okay. It's never easy dealing with 10 months. Oh my god, it really has been 10 months. We had a Twitch baby last month and we didn't even realize it. Crazy. Can't believe it's been 10 months since you came in on a raid. Painting's looking spicy. Thank you. I'm going for this like curated garden. So this is like a spring. You can see the spring. You can't see much because the pencil sketch doesn't show very well on the camera, but I have like a path that snakes around the spring and comes along the back. There's like a tree in the foreground here, a plant in the foreground, and then a bunch of like scattered plants all around and stuff like that. I don't usually use a lot of green in my paintings, so thought Twitch baby is 1 year. Well, 9 months is how long it takes for a baby to be conceived and born. But, so, what is it? I mean, 1 year, we can, I don't know. We don't have to get too technical with it. All the very little art you do lately is digital. It's so weird. Like, I'm very patient when it comes to doing this type of painting, but when it comes to doing digital stuff, my patience sucks. I don't have it, period. I don't know why either. I can't pinpoint why, but... Oh my god! Haley, aw. Thank you for the gift sub. To Shabbos Gay. Hey. Shabbos Gay, if you are out there, enjoy the gift sub. You got some cute Kurt from Animal Crossing emotes. He's not the cutest villager, but he is the sexiest. So enjoy. Just recently redrew your profile pic. Let me check it out. Oh, that's cute. A little birdie. It's cute. What kind of bird is that? Is it based off of a real bird? Has to be, right? You got a few. Oh, sharing the Animal Crossing emotes. We got Judy. Oh my god, a punchy emote. That Kid Cat. What's the heart one? Rolled? I'm gonna assume it's Rolled because Rolled is the cutest penguin. Modeled after your baby bird. Aw, you lost him last summer. I'm sorry to hear it. No. I've never had a pet bird. Honestly, we just got a puppy like a month ago, and I'm very new to owning a pet. Like a very, very new. I mean, my mom always had pets and stuff, and I would help take care of them, but I never had a pet that I was like fully responsible for until about a month ago. And she's precious. Oh, it's Cube. Cube's pretty cute. I can't hate on Cube. It was a little cinnamon cockatiel named Micah. Aww. I bet a bonded bird is, yeah, it would be really sweet. You want a pupper? Oh my god, she is so freaking cute. I was like moderately apprehensive before we got her, but once you get the pup, you're like the apprehensions just melt away. Unless you're like a dead sociopath, I guess. Which maybe I shouldn't jump to conclusions, you know, but I was worried like am I going to be a shitty dog owner? You know? Am I going to be terrible? But she's so fucking cute. We still have so much work to do with her though. I mean, she's like 12 weeks now, 3 months old. So, there is a lot to be done. You have another bird now. Last August name's Mikey, and he's a gray cockatiel with white face. Love him, but God, he's a handful compared to Micah. Aw. Is there like, I mean, maybe there is personality differences between male and female birds, right? I wonder if like that personality difference has something to do with the bird. Yes, his golden and cuddly moments. I wonder if it does. Oh, hopefully outlining pulls out some nice shapes and all this, because right now it's feeling a little blah, muddy and blah. But I'm just gonna try and not overthink it. Just blend some more. Birds are like having a child, except they live for 20 plus years. Yeah, birds do live a long time. And they are pretty high maintenance as far as like personal pets go, for sure. Haley, thank you for the 100 pride bits. Appreciate it. Did y'all hear they're finally adding all the like a bunch of extra tags to Twitch? They're finally adding like the trans tag. and the ally tag. After all of the kerfuffle, them just fucking ignoring people for however many months, years. I think it's been years. About time, honestly. Still haven't finished Ocarina of Time. You're cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not gonna just like be this perfect fix overnight. That's definitely not gonna happen. And there will be pieces of shit out there that troll the tags. I mean, yeah. Though the like, I don't know. Certain categories in games just bring out way more trolls. Ocarina of Time on 3DS was nice. I think I have it on 3DS as well. There's always going to be bad faith users on this website. You already told your community that you have no idea if you'll use the trans tag. Yeah, I mean, it's just so weird because it's like, at the beginning, is there really going to be an upside to using it? There's going to be so many like just people that want to use it. It's like when it's first introduced, I honestly would probably wait a little bit because there's going to be those people that in the fervor of, oh, now there's this tag I control, they're going to go fucking ham and harass the shit out of people like round the clock. So I mean, it sucks and visibility is important, but like also your mental health is important. So but in a few weeks, months, whatever, I'm sure the idiots will go back to their trolling whatever hot game of the moment is, you know. That's just the way it is on this here website. Yeah, Jackbox, yeah. Well, because Jackbox is a game that's like for you and your community. So they go into communities. Can I join? And then straight up just spew racist garbage. That's one of the reasons I haven't even really entertained doing Jackbox, because I have a few streams that I watch that do it, and at least once per stream there's somebody that tries to pull some shit without fail. I just don't have the fucking patience to deal with stuff. I'm like officially an old man now. Among Us is really, the trolls have left Among Us in droves. They've moved on to something else. It's been at least like a month since I've gotten like an actual Among Us troll. Maybe longer. So they have officially left the game and found something else to bother people about, which is nice. Friend of mine used to stream, made a mistake of playing Jackbox, making it not connected by Twitch. Yeah. Among Us, I had the worst thing during an Among Us stream where like I didn't lock down my Discord properly, so they could just hop in the voice chat and spew random garbage. That was my first mistake. And then I learned that and locked down the voice chat, but then I left like the text channels open. So then I had like a link to my Discord on like the little panels below. So then they got on my Discord and posted a bunch of like gore images in every channel. So then I had to like make my Discord more structured and locked off. So banned and moved on. But yeah, that's Among Us has definitely died down in that regard. Which I'm thankful for. Because it was a lot. I'm pretty sure anyone who comes by to play Among Us now would probably be relatively chill. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, I had the same thing happen in my Discord, Bailey. It was not fun. Not fun. But, you know, all you can do, it's like, it's a learning process. You start very trusting and open, and then step by step, people erode that trust until it's like, you get a message, it's like, can I join in? You're like, no. No, you may not. So now I just say no and don't give the Discord link to anyone. Unless you're basically referred by someone I trust or you've lurked enough to get channel points that proves you're not a troll. Yeah. See, I don't know how to do the Discord bots, so I set all that up manually and it's a pain in the ass. But I like my Discord's pretty small, so I just manually approve people instead of having the bot do it. I'm gonna take a quick little stretch. This little area looks kind of weird. And thank you for the smoke-free encouragement, Bomb. And I will do my best. The problem with painting streams is my posture is just terrible because I'm like staring down most of the time. So my neck at the end of the night is always like killing me. But there's not much that can be done about that. And unless I paint on an easel, and the camera is just so much harder to set up for that. The lighting too, it's like a nightmare with the space that I have. I'm like tucked in a little dining nook in my apartment. You consider getting an art desk? I have. Right now I just use my husband, like we have this dining room nook, but my whole streaming setup's just on the dining room table. I have like my computer on one side of the dining room table, and then I have a big like TV as my second monitor. And then I have like my camera in this corner on a tripod, and then the painting taped to the table. And then I have like a folding table that slides underneath that. So it's like an L shape. It was just like a cheap little folding table I got from like Target or something. That I slide underneath when I'm not using it. And then my mic is like mounted to that folding table, so I can like move the whole table to get it closer to me, which is nice. But it's a mess. I've never showed my stream setup because it's honestly kind of junky. It's a little junky. It's certainly not one of those cute, like Instagram worthy gaming setups. But yeah, the dining room table is nice because it's very spacious. So that part is nice to have that much room to work with. And my second monitor being a huge TV is also nice because that's like what I'll stream on, or what I'll put the game on, display the game on the TV, and then I have the monitor like off to the side. There's just so many wires, man. There's nothing you can do about it. There's just so many. It's honestly a mess. But that's why the camera's on me and not everything else. It does work. And instead of painting my wall green, I just bought a bunch of green poster board from Michael's. So like behind me, it's not even green screen paint. It's just like a bunch of like $2 pieces of green poster board that I, turned into a big sheet and then tacked up. It cost me like $15. It was nice. It's the very economical option. Thank God my husband's not like, that looks so trashy. I mean, it does look trashy. It does look trashy, but it works. It does what I need it to do. And it's not like, I mean, no one can see it except me and my husband. But I want to put a shelf on the wall to the side, because when I'm like painting sometimes I shake the table and it shakes the camera and the tripod. And it's just kind of like if you're watching the stream, it gets a little like wobbly and is a bit rough. So clipping the camera arm onto like a wall shelf will keep it from wobbling and shaking. You're visualizing the double monitor setup with a ring light. Oh, well, I have like a photography studio light. Like one of those, it's like a big tall black pole with like the big, not an umbrella, but it's like a conical thing at the top with like a white thing over it to diffuse the light. You both know it looks trashy, but you support one another. Yeah, he's got his fish tanks. I got my trashy little streaming art set up. It's great. Totally works for us. Definitely. But yeah, I don't have a ring light. Or, I mean, I like my big TV as my second monitor. I love it. Some of the coloration's a bit off on like games and stuff, but I can adjust it, so it's not like a huge deal. I'm old, so like trying to play a game on a monitor that's like 3 feet away from me is actually starting to get to my eyes, so I have to like be better. That's why the TV works, because it's big. It's like I'm not sure how many inches it is. It's at least like 40 something inch TV, just on the end of the dining room table. It's pretty big. It's the TV we had in the living room before my husband was like, we need a bigger TV. And then he bought like I don't even know how big it is. It's huge though. I forget. He really wanted a 4K TV. I was like, okay, well, it's all you. You get your TV, I'm fine with whatever you want to get. That's your call, not mine. I mean, we're total dinks over here. Double income, no kids, so. Other than not having health insurance, we're chilling.
Don't spend it all in one place. Fishy LUL Roo happy.
Thank you, Palm, for the 100 biddies. Very much appreciated. Thank you. I will do my best not to spend it all in one place. Good old biddies. Yeah, and plus, you know, like I'm in an apartment, so I don't want to like paint the wall. That's why I just like thumbtacked big sheets of green poster board to the wall instead. It just made more sense for me. And we don't have guests. We don't have people over to our apartment, so no one's gonna walk in and see this setup either, which is also nice. That is not even a concern. My husband and I were very like much homebodies that do not go out. Going out and spending money is overrated, in my opinion. Especially like drinking. Oh my god, it's so expensive. I could never. One year for your sister's birthday, you made a joke that you'd get her a gumball. She got sassy body and forgot I'm a petty bitch. The gumball was orange. Nice. Like, don't underestimate how petty I can be. Like, I don't think you get it. You basically dared me. And now I have to see it through. Hey, Rascal, yeah. Painting it up. Oop. My brush is flaking. Enjoy the lurk. Thank you, Rascal. I'll see you later. When you worked in restaurants and see regulars drinking a $100 bill, right? Definitely not me. No way. I don't make enough money, first of all. Or, well, I mean, I'm not working right now, but I didn't because I also worked in service retail. So, like, I'm also not someone who goes out and, like, buys things on credit cards either. The last credit card I got was an Apple card because I wanted to, like, get $300 back from it for the purchase of the computer. And that was it. And then I like, haven't used it since. Because the interest rate's stupid high on it. Like, predatory. I do. Yeah, I stream on Mac. That's why a lot of games are, like, off the table for me. I have a boot camp drive, but it can't sustain, like, high quality graphics, games, and processing and stuff like that. But, like, my capture card does fine. Oh, we got a YouTube ad. Oh, it's, like, not a bad ad. Not really. My CP usage now is about 15%, which is actually much higher than it is with games because I'm, like, running a camera and a bunch of different apps right now. We got top 50 Mega Man songs. I was running Streamlabs OBS for a while, and that definitely was creating some CPU issues, but I reverted back to OBS Studio a couple months back because Streamlabs OBS is kind of bloated garbage. Have I ever tried Twitch Studio? I have not. Is that like a whole separate application? Basically, I've just used OBS and OBS, Streamlabs OBS, which I used for quite a while, and then was like, I realized I can do everything. Like I thought Streamlabs OBS was just like cleaner and nicer, and I could do more, but turns out anything I could do in that, I could do in just like normal OBS with a little more, slight bit more effort and setup. So I just went back to that because the CPU usage on that is like half of what Streamlabs OBS was using. So it just felt right, you know? Alright, that little area looks okay. I kind of want more like light green. Feels a little harsh, this transition of greens. Alright. I can't decide. Streamlabs OBS is very user-friendly though. It is, like the interfacing is nice, for sure, on Streamlabs OBS, but you trade that interfacing for a bunch of shit you don't really need, necessarily. Like, I can just open a window and see my chat and have all my moderator tools or whatever I need. Like, I don't need that in OBS as well. I'm gonna need more yellow. Use slabs briefly. There are less features. Need an undo button. The bad thing was, like, you can import scenes from OBS to Streamlabs OBS, but you can't take them back from Streamlabs OBS to OBS Studio. So I had to like remake all of my scenes from scratch, which took like an entire day. It was a pain in my ass. Sometimes you delete a scene or source accidentally. Yeah, I've definitely done that before. It does suck. I try to make, so like, instead of having a bunch of stuff in one scene, I'll have like, so like I have this scene with like this and then with no cam. But so it doesn't just switch hard from me being there to me not being there. It's like I have the little wipe. Or, you know, like that. I have a bunch of different scenes that are all the same with just like text overlays in them. I basically just make a different scene and then I just have transitions between scenes. But it's like copy and paste the scene and remake it and then just like add one element and then just switch between those different scenes. You just have to name them properly. But my stream is a lot more simple. Like I really don't do too much with my layout and stuff. I don't have like a fancy like BRB animation and music. Like I've seen some really cool transitions and stuff that people do where it's just like, you know, switching from one screen to another. It's like that old school animation where it's like something pops up and takes you to the other scene kind of thing, but I don't really know how to do that. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm sure I could figure it out, but is it hard to set up a stream for the first time? No, it's not hard. You just gotta read up on it and watch a couple of YouTubes. That's basically what I did. It's really not that bad. The hardest part is figuring out your audio settings. if you have like a mic. I found audio to be the hardest to set up and troubleshoot. But I have like no audio engineering experience like at all, like none. So it was me basically learning through a series of YouTubes and asking like one of my friends questions. It's a very brute force way, I believe. But yeah, basically you just set up your webcam. You know, you can have it in the corner, you can put a border around it or not. You can have a green screen behind you and set up a green screen filter, which is like a couple clicks. It's not hard. It's like a filter that you apply to the webcam in OBS. And then you just capture card your game onto an additional display or the same display. It's hard to fit everything on one screen. 2 screens is almost required, but I streamed on one screen for a little while and just had like my chat on like a tablet for a bit. And would just like minimize my OBS or have the game like take up only a portion of the screen. It's just hard to see if you're doing it that way. So a second setup or a second display is highly recommended. Can't really test it before going live. I kept making a bunch of recordings. I would just make recording after recording after recording with the different settings. Like I would basically just in the recording say what the settings currently were. So then I would know, okay, that sounds the best. And you don't even need a capture card if you're doing stuff on PC. Like if you're playing games through Steam, you don't even really need a capture card. Capture card's just for like consoles that you have to hook into your interface. It's not bad. All right, I got a couple more of these sections to do. I'm going to switch to a slightly smaller brush. I should be able to get through not using extra paint, but we'll see. I'm going to try and just work with what I got. But yeah, Alex, if you have questions, I can always help you out too. If I'm able to answer the question. I know mine's on Mac, so setting up like my mic and stuff is a little bit easier than it is on like Windows. Windows, you might need like drivers and a couple other things to make some bits work. Because actually, I had to set up all my streaming stuff on my Bootcamp drive separate from my Mac too, which was a whole other process. So I kind of have a general understanding of both, but not like a deep understanding of either, you know? These paints are getting pretty dry. You've done both in the past? PC was just harder for me to set up my mic for some reason. I think it was like I just needed some drivers and I had to install things in a certain order. It was like a little more finicky in that regard. So if I didn't install it in the right order, I had to like uninstall and then But that was probably had something to do with like the audio interface that I bought. More so than like the software. Streaming is much easier on PC in your opinion? I guess. I don't know. I didn't notice a huge difference. It was just like some setup differences. Ooh, this is a jam. But yeah, step-by-step YouTube tutorials are the best. I learned about 80% of what I needed to start through that, and then the rest was like trial and error. And it's also like, it's the interface of OBS and stuff starts out really kind of overwhelming and confusing, but once you get it, it becomes way more obvious and cut and dry than it seemed at the beginning. Right? That looks pretty good to me. All like Streamlabs OBS does is essentially code things for you. I don't know. I don't know how to do animations and stuff. That's still something that evades me, but basic transitions and stuff are pretty easy. Maybe one day I'll get there, but sometimes I feel like, I mean, I know that stuff does like pull people in, you know, but I don't know. I just don't really care. To be frank. YouTube is a whole other thing. Editing videos to put on YouTube is is pretty time consuming. Honestly. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's yeah. I look at like people editing YouTube videos and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. Damn it, I do need a little bit more neon yellow. I just need a smidge more. I can't quite make it work with what I have. I used a bunch in these big sections. Yeah, streaming's just a little more off the cuff. I mean, it's kind of like making a mixtape versus DJing or something. Hey, binary art. Like, making a mixtape is just kind of arranging songs, you know, in like an order, while DJing is like matching up beats, phasing things in and out, blending things together. There's like more that goes into it. There's a little more finesse that goes into crafting a YouTube video than there is streaming, in my opinion. There's just a little bit, it's just a little more effort, like across the board. And it's not to say streaming is easy, but it's just different. Like, there's still a lot of thought and planning that goes into it, but it's just not necessarily the same type. Or I guess another comparison would be like playing a song live versus crafting it in a studio. You know? Like, playing it live is a skill. And crafting it in a studio is like a whole different skill. Yeah, and it's way more social. Yeah, it's way more of a social skill streaming than YouTube editing. For sure, I would agree with that. Oh, I might need a little more neon green too. Damn it. Just so close. Bubble Man, Mega Man 2. Classic. Man, Mega Man 2 probably has the best jams. Also, hey, Bear Alligator. Just want to whistle this song. I love the Bubble Man stage. Should replay Mega Man 2. It's another game I've maybe beaten in my life, maybe 3 times. Once I get to Wily's Castle, things just fall apart for me. The game turns a corner and I just can't keep up with it. It's so hard. Something about Wily's Castle just psychs me out. Mega Man's great. I'd say the first 4 Mega Man games on Nintendo, like NES, are Stone Cold classics. To me, I'm not as interested in the games after that. Mega Man X is good from Super Nintendo, and the recent ones seem to be pretty good, but there's a whole lot of fluff in the series as well that's kind of like, eh. But a lot of people would disagree with me on that and say most of it's worth your time. They're just punishingly hard. In a way that's like demoralizing to me. Because I'm not a gamer boy, you know? But the jams, hard to deny. The only Mega Man you've played is Battle Network? You have to play Mega Man 2. It is probably the most, I mean, unless Mario is like the classic NES 2D platforming experience, but Mega Man is on a different level. It's hard. It is so hard. Capcom is evil. They want people to suffer. That's something I have learned. Which is why I like those Capcom Zelda games. I get so frustrated. That final boss was like, ugh, fucking Capcom, man. Can't they just, like, give you a break sometimes? They're relentless with some of their designs. But Mega Man 2 is a legitimately great 2D platformer. Like, what's the word? I don't want to say revolutionary, but it definitely helped define gaming, I feel like. To me, it's a more quintessential 2D platforming experience than like the original NES Metroid, which is ridiculous. Another game I cannot beat. Straight up, cannot beat. Metroid's hard. The only Metroids I've beaten are Prime 1 and 2. This is so green. Oh my god. It is like... It's really green. Any chance of Nintendo putting out? I don't think so. For some reason, they like criminally neglect revisiting 64 and GameCube era. I don't know what it is about that time they just don't want to come back to. I mean, I will say a lot of Nintendo 64 games don't stand the test of time very well. I think the opposite's true for GameCube, but like when I go back and play some of the N64 games that I loved when I was younger, they're just not enjoyable. It's like I don't know. I think that's what they're afraid of. It must be, because rose-tinted glasses with some of those games is a real thing. And I think the reason older games, like 2D games, held up a lot better, it just has something to do with, like, the, I mean, a lot of it is probably nostalgia for me personally. Like, those games are my childhood, not like my teenage years. But there's something about the way they feel, the way they control, and the way they had to pare things down to such like a basic level that it leaves a lot up to your brain to fill in the blanks. And I think that's part of the magic of like retro games versus the modern era, the 3D era of gaming. Like, they stopped allowing the player to imagine and fill in the gaps and like spelled it all out. Which I mean, people have been saying that for so long, right? But it is true to some degree. And some, some modern era games, continue to be able to pull that off, I would say. Like Breath of the Wild, I feel like kind of pulls that off with its simplicity and plot and design. Kind of harkens back to older days of gaming, in a way, I guess. Hey, Drac. How's your night going? What are you up to? You at work? I darken this stuff up. I made this too bright. Like, super bright. No work? Nice. I'm just having a grand old time doing some painting. Still hungover from Vax number 2. Oh man. Yeah, that shot kicked my ass. It took me about 48 hours to feel moderately normal again, but about 4 days to feel like truly normal. Like it was basically the first 24 hours were like, oh my god, what have I done? When will this end? But after that, it's like I had a very strange lightheaded feeling after mine that I couldn't shake for like the first 48 hours. It felt like I had been woken up from a nap. Oh god, not a commercial right in the middle of a song. I hate that for us. And there we go. Yeah, I was like, not even like head cold feeling, like lightheaded, weird, like just off. Like being woken up from the most unfulfilling nap of all time, but for an entire like 48 hours. And then once that subsided, started to feel normal again. But hopefully it goes by quick for you. I know for some people it passes quickly, and others it's like super struggle. Rosie might try to sleep. Sounds good, Palm. Get some good rest, and I'll see you on the other side as well. Hope you have a wonderful dream. What time is it? It's only 1:30. Oh my god, it feels way later than that. Feels like I've been going for like 4 hours. That's the thing with the painting too, is it feels like it goes forever. And this is only like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Living for the wave of people leaving their minimum wage jobs and bosses wondering why. I know, it's like a labor movement happening right before our very eyes. It's because people actually have a choice right now. When the UI is taken away and people have no choice and the employers hold all the cards again, it'll be a different story, which is what apparently everyone acts like they want. Except for, the people actually working those jobs. But what do I know? What are you talking about? All the people leaving their minimum wage jobs because they can, and how wonderful it is for them. I know when I go back to work, I'd love for it to be not some shitty garbage paying job. But in 3 months, when I'm, at a point where I have to take what I can get, I won't have a choice. This tree is looking rough. Yowza. Yeah, minimum wage definitely needs to be higher. I mean, I was at my previous job, I was making $13.25 plus tips, and that's still not a livable wage. Not even close, really. It was like $500 a week sometimes. Not great. Not great at all. I don't know. I do still hold out hope that one day we'll get there, but it's gonna be an uphill battle, that's for damn sure. There's just too many people with too much money, they don't want to let it go. It's like the older you get, the more money you get, the less you want to let it go. So it's like a feedback loop that never ends. Feeds into itself. All right, this looks a little better. You're in your 30s and finally hit 80K. See, I am in my 30s and at my job, I made almost a third of that. A little over a third of that. And it's like, I don't know, when you're stuck in the low paying fields and there's just no way to break into other jobs, it's like, what do? You're just kind of like in limbo forever. It's depressing. I mean, I'm lucky that I have a lot of fulfilling hobbies, you know, a lot of good fulfilling escapism hobbies that stave away the abyss kind of thing, but a lot of people can't do that, you know? For a lot of people, it's too damn much to deal with every day, and I can't blame them. And I'm sure the older I get, the more I feel that way. And like, I don't know, I'm at the point, I'm not even mad at people who make more money. I just think that everyone should make enough to like not have to struggle. And if they're not gonna provide that, just give us fucking healthcare, man. Please. I haven't been to the doctor in my entire adult life because I've never had insurance since I left college a decade ago. It's like, what do? You just pray that nothing bad happens. Period. Finally got insurance through your new job. Dentist and doctor were lecturing us for not visiting for 5 years. Like, I don't think you quite understand this not having insurance thing. Like, I already sold my soul to my employer. I'm not going to give you all my money that I got from them. You out of your mind? Anyway, I'm hoping, like, I don't know, a lot of people are going to be looking for work when this all is officially over. When the benefits are gone. And, you know, I'm just hoping I can find something better than what I had. Because it was not very good. Which is, I mean, getting fired sucked, but getting out of there was not a bad thing, so that's one of the things I have come to understand in these past few months. Alright, I think that tree's good. I'm just gonna overwork it if I keep messing with it, so I think I'll just leave it be. Yep, day by day is all you can do. You had a stroke and onset and anxiety you had to deal with no insurance? Yeah, see, that's like too much for a person to deal with. With no insurance, that's like... I don't even know. I'm dreading the days that something bad happens to me. I will not be mentally prepared. Alright, so the top canopy's done. Top canopy of the painting is incredibly green. So I guess it's springtime in this painting. What to do next? It is gonna need outlines. I think I might try black outlines this time instead of my usual white though. I just want this one to feel a little more... traditional's not the right word, but white outlines just are different. I feel like I always do white outlines. Makes it look a little more like graffiti, bubbly. Maybe I'll do like a dark green or something. I don't know, I'm thinking, trying to envision. I gotta let that one dry and go over it with a little bit more yellow though. Just trying to be more flat green. Weird, the camera makes it look a little more like muddy green, but it's actually very neon yellow and vibrant. Had to Google a lot of shit and do a lot of self-medical stuff. I've always been the like, I'm just gonna tough it out, not go to the doctor, like colds and stuff, you know? But I've never had a major medical scare, so... Still waiting on like my appendix to burst, or not burst, but you know, something like that. One of those more basic medical emergencies that people get in their midlife. Hasn't hit me yet. Or like a kidney stone, God forbid. This is so loud. Toughing out strokes, I'm sure. Jesus. I mean, yeah. What can you do? You just basically clasp your hands and say, I hope I get through this. Fingers fucking crossed. Alright. It's good. I'm gonna just keep fucking with it. I might as well just put the brush down. Plus anxiety, figured out you either need to work out to keep your body hurt or needed to be permanently medicated. Yeah, I've never really taken meds. No, I've never really taken pharmaceuticals. I'm fortunate because, like, I come from a family history of, like, issues. And you know, I mean, I'm sure there's some depression in there and some instability, but I don't know. I'm able to reason through most of those feelings, which is I'm thankful for, you know. But as far as physical ailments, I haven't really had a physical ailment that's truly done me in, so maybe that has something to do with it too, you know? Yeah, you also reason yourself into bad mental places once in a while as well. It is a bit of a double-edged sword. But it is nice when it works. I don't know. I mean, I had a lot happen to me when I was younger, so when life is like stable, to me that's like a win. Like I'm not always looking to go up and up and up and up and up and get more and more and more and more, you know? I'm perfectly happy just like coasting, I think. But I'm not like the most ambitious person in the world. I don't know if I want to do anything else on this tonight, to be honest. It's interesting how the blue looked very vibrant before, but now that the green is in front of it, the blue looks very gray. Which, I mean, I wanted it to look a little more neutralized and gray. And I was like, well, this doesn't look very gray. But now that the green's there, it looks very gray to me. You want to coast too, but after you get high enough, I mean, I have had a lifetime of smoking, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with my ability to, like, self-soothe. Hey, Filer. Yes, many, many trees going on in this painting. We got a little wooded forest. I guess I could work on the spring a little bit. I could, like, fill in this other blue. Develop this cool disconnect from military. Yeah, I could see that being really tough to, like, reconcile mentally, for sure. Alright, hopefully this white paint is not so dry that I can't use it. Reminds me of Breath of the Wild. Ooh, I can see that. Ooh, that's a good thing. I'll take it. You would panic, but you could disconnect from it. Dissociation. Yep, dissociation never feels good. Alright, this white paint is overall still good. Like I need just a smidge of darker blue. Just to add some variation in there. I'm gonna do this little spring, see how I like it. Mix in some lights with some darks. Water's hard. I mean, I do stylized water, but even that's kind of hard to, like, make look the way I want it. Ooh. Bring in some white, fade it. Is that really how I want that to look? I don't know. Like, I won't know until I paint most of it in. The hard part. I could paint it all in and be like, actually, no. Actually, and not so much. I'm gonna have to go back after I do this blue and probably do some white detail lines. Maybe I shouldn't worry about things looking pristine and perfect. I do want to add some, like, light blue in these dark blue areas though too. So another good thing about painting is it's something that's very mentally preoccupying. It always keeps you thinking about what is currently directly in front of you, you know? Which is one of the things I appreciate about it. Ooh, Snake Man. Alright, we're in the, apparently, their top 4 favorite Mega Man 8-bit songs. This is number 4. And it's a good one. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Once I add the white in, I think it'll look okay. It's just so many small shapes. It's kind of hard to see. There's a glare. It's keeping me from getting the true blue. There we go. Oh, my towel. All right, let's get this little section. Number 2. Okay. I don't know why I feel the need to edge around this. I could just paint the cattails right on top of it, but I want to know, like, where I had them. There's going to be a bit of a messy, edged, segmented quality about this area. Alright, this is this person's number 1 favorite Mega Man musical track of all time. The best. Okay, I gotta not. I'm getting sidetracked. Ooh, a mess. All right, it's fine. Ooh, yeah. Chill tracks from Monkey Ball. Hell yeah. So I wonder what I'll do tomorrow. Thinking tree trunks. Thinking I might do a bunch of the tree trunks. See how many I can get done. Cause I do want to do like the background ish stuff first, even though I did like foreground leaves tonight. More white. There we go. Paint is so gummy, so dry. Like trying to paint with glue from a glue stick. But I must finish. Yeah, I think the white line's what's gonna sell this water. So I'm not gonna worry too much about the edges being perfect, because I'm just gonna go back and edge stuff anyway, because I just know myself at this point. I know I'm gonna do it, even though I'll spend the entire 40-hour process leading up to telling myself I won't do it. I'll still go back and do it. That's just the way my brain works. Period. Okay. So close. So close to the stopping point. Oh my god, no, not an ad. Oh wait. When did YouTube start asking if you're still watching? Rude as hell, to be honest. Pretty. It looks better now that I filled now that I filled most of it in. I'm feeling it more. You kind of want to take a few white lines. Sprinkle them in. I'm going to do this with white lines as well. And I guess I could do some dark lines too. My dark paint's not a dried out mess. Almost got it. Oh my god, I can't focus on anything else except finishing. I always feel like at the end of my paint streams I become slightly mute because I'm just so not nearing the end of my rope, but nearing the end of my like ability to focus on anything other than the line I'm painting right in front of me, you know? My ability to multitask goes down with each like hour that I paint. It's just this, the music too. I mean, monkey ball music really does send you. All right, a few more to fill in. It's like water, but doesn't necessarily look like water, but kind of does. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna have a gnarly neck pop when I finish stream. It's gonna be one for the memory books. So I'm hoping after tonight, it's like 3 nights of painting in a row might be a bit much, but I'm going to try and paint at least tomorrow night as well. Is the plan. I don't have Zelda to do. I am without Zelda and without Animal Crossing for the first time in a year. I guess I have no more excuses to go back to Mario Kart, or not to go back to Mario Kart here and there. I did. Well, I played all the Zelda games I have access to. There's still a handful that I can't play. And I'll play Skyward Sword when it comes out. But yeah, the Oracle games were like the last ones that were on my to-do list. I don't have access to Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Link Between Worlds. Been doing Super Mario 3D World, nice. I have a backlog of games. I've been thinking maybe I'll do like the classic PS1 RPG Final Fantasies, because I have those on Switch. I bought them and I haven't even touched them. And that's a pretty hefty amount of hours that I could stream. Plus it would be a huge nostalgia trip because I haven't revisited them in at least, geez, I don't even know. It's been a minute. I think the last one I played was 7. You have like 30 games in Steam you haven't started. Oh my god, if I actually forced myself to play all the games in my Steam library, yeah, it would be ridiculous. And my Steam library is not even that big because I'm on Mac, so doing Spyro remakes. Oh, cool. Spyro. He's cute. I never played a lot of the PlayStation 1 era platformers. I guess the last PS1 RPG I played was Chrono Cross, which I adore. I replay that every few years, but I haven't revisited the PlayStation 1 era Final Fantasies in a long time. I just love Chrono Cross because it's short, you know, it's not like an insanely large time sink, that game. For a JRPG of that era, it's honestly pretty straightforward. And the vibes of that game are just immaculate. Bit of an overshot on that line. All right. Seems so much brighter. Weird. I mean, obviously it is, but... Hello. Hi, you sus. Hey, Allie. Kylie, Caitlin. Welcome, y'all. I'm just quietly doing my little painting thing over here. Welcome in. How was Sims, Jackbox, etc.? Why am I so sus? I'm just naturally a suspicious person. I think it's the way I look, the way I talk. It just is something that comes naturally to me. Thank you for the raid, Allie. Did your Black Widow kill any unsuspecting gentlemen tonight? JJS came knocking on your door. Oh. Is that so? Oh, really? She has 2 dead and is ready to kill number 3. Damn, in your first 2 days. That's pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone in here has... Sorry, I can't talk with a paintbrush in my mouth. Has been to Allie's channel. But if you have not, go follow Allie right now. We play Among Us and Goose Goose Duck with her. I usually watch Jackbox. I don't feel clever enough to pull off Jackbox wit most of the time. But thank you for the raid. Allie is fantastic. Not just good, great, fantastic, smart, funny, gorgeous. Hey Rosie, thank you for the smoke-free encouragement. We hit officially 9 months. I think it was yesterday. It's somewhere around like the 22, 23 day mark. Plus me and Allie have buried the hatchet with our feud that was happening in Among Us a few weeks ago. It's over. It's done. I have moved on. Her Drac is good at blather round. Is he now? Blather round is one I'll actually feel comfortable playing. It's like pretty self-explanatory. I don't feel as self-conscious because it doesn't really rely on humor. I've played Blather Round a couple times in your stream, Zeb. You won't be any worse than Drac. Anyway, I'm painting a little spring here. Just doing some water lines to try and make it look a little more fancy. I scored, you really got 100 points? Oh my god. Oh my god. 100 points strong. Anyway, tonight on my painting stream, I did just all this green at the top. I'm going to try and paint again tomorrow, I think. Because I had a couple of painting stream requests that I never really fulfilled. I was going to do them all in a row. Oh, I hear puppy cries. She's awake. She wants love. I guess I could go grab her. I am almost done, I think, for the night. Just one decent prompt was all it would take. I think it's easier to pick like the easier, like to get the easier prompts and then people get them right away. You get way more points than trying to go for a hard one. 3 sets had 0 descriptors. What? How does that happen? Oh my god, the puppy. She's freaking. I probably need to go check on her. It is about that time that I usually do every night. Plus, she went in her pen a little bit earlier tonight because she was sleepy. So I put her in there before I came to the computer. Puppy reveal. I can show the puppy. I'll do that. I gotta grab her anyway. I'm probably gonna be gone for a few minutes, so I'm gonna try and take her outside to pee before I bring her over here, because I don't want to mess. But I will be back in a few minutes. I can't say exactly 5 minutes or so. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold tight. Puppy will be here shortly. All right, I am back. Thank you for your patience. I have a special guest with me here. She is very antsy tonight. She's fully awake. Fully, utterly awake. 2:40 in the morning. Not even close to sleepy. She's currently licking me. Anyway, let me pull her up. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Here we go. Oh my god, I'm kind of blurry. Hi. Hi. Oh. She's here. Oh, you comfy? That's not very comfy, is it? Hey. Hey. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Oh. What are you doing? Here, I'll show her. Hold on. Let me give you a good look. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say, I put her here, but I mean, you can just see the top of her. Unless I can get her to be on her belly. Is this dry? It is dry. Maybe I'll mess with her. Okay, hold on. Here, babe. I'm gonna mess with you. Oh! She doesn't want to be on her belly. What's that? The painting's dry and safe for pups. Please don't pee on it. Yeah, she's fine. She won't mess it up. I was just trying to put her on her belly. I'm being so rude, aren't I? Here. Oh god. She's very... Oh, yes. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, she's very awake today. She fell asleep like a full hour earlier than she usually does. Okay. Oh my god, she's ripping out my headphones. Rude. You can't chew on that. Give me that. Oh yeah, she's a mess. Hey. Say hi. Can you grunt into the microphone for me? She can't. Are you thirsty? Oh my, oh, she's got the hiccups. You got the hiccups, poor baby? She does. Oh. She does love a good, oh. I'm seeing if it will pick up her, like, grunty noises. She makes lots of noises. What is it? Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, she's calming down. Except for the whole hiccups thing. Oh. 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 You poor thing. I need to get you some water, don't I? Maybe that'll help. She never drinks water in the middle of the night, which is great. She is, yeah, she's definitely settling in. She had some trouble this past week because we gave her... She went to the vet on Monday. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. She went to the vet on Monday. Hi. And we gave her... we gave her heartworm medication. Hey. Oh my god. And, yeah, it really messed her stomach up for, like, the whole week. So we gave her white rice on Friday, and that really helped settle her stomach. but she was messed up for like the entire week from like Monday to Friday. It was horrible. So she was just getting like used to her little potty schedule, and then that threw it into complete disarray. All right, babe, I'm gonna have to finish with a little bit more painting, so I'm gonna have to hold you with my right arm while I do a few more lines with my left. So you're just gonna have to be patient and good, because I am gonna be ending very soon, okay? Good thing I'm left-handed. Oh, she's looking at this brush like it is the ultimate toy. Probably not a good idea to have her over here. But I can't help it. She's too cute. Yes. She is in my arms. He's loving it. Good night, Kylie. Or, Allie. No, Kylie. Good night. Tallulah says good night as well. Say good night. Yep, you heard it. Something happened. You said... Oh, you want to give me kisses? Too bad, you can't. Not allowed. No, you do not. Good night, Kylie. Oh my god, this brush is drippy. Panic moment. Panic. Just a bug. They're attracted to the light. Get over it. We'll miss you. All right, I'll show her Big one more time. She's already like almost 4 pounds. I can't believe it. She was like a little under 2 pounds when we got her. Now she's doubled in size. I don't know why my camera's so blurry tonight. Focus. I can't focus on her. Too much. She's going to the groomer on Tuesday. She's getting, oh my god, she's gonna look like a little rat. I know, I'm being so rude. So rude. She is very fluffy right now, though. She's like a little black cloud. Does she have a rabies shot? I don't think you can get the rabies shot until... Oh, God. Itchy. Until like 6 months or something, I think. She wants to sleep in my arms, but also she's incredibly uncomfortable. Say hello. Nope. I'm spoiling her, though. She's gonna have a rough transition when I go back to work. Hopefully I'm not making her too dependent on me for emotional support. She seems pretty chill. She seems more chill. I don't know. Like when we get home and she's in her pen, she's more chill than when I'm in the back room sleeping. Like she knows I'm back there and she just cries and cries and cries. All right, I'm gonna bring this down again. I think I don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, she'll be all right. I mean, she's tiny. She's gonna be well crate trained by then. So the goal is to not have to have her in the crate, but she's small enough where we could set up like a playpen area for her. Hey. She wants to sleep. She's like, why are you keeping me awake? So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Because she wants to sleep. I mean, I guess I can go put her back in her pen, but this was also my stopping point anyway. That's my stopping point. Yeah, it's bedtime. Almost 3 a.m. Yes, I'm gonna paint more tomorrow. Good night, Allie. Yeah, I'm gonna paint more tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday? I'm not sure. I wanted to do 3 in a row because I had 2 painting stream requests piled up from way back, and then Alex, you redeemed one the other night, so I have 3. So I was just gonna do them all in a row, but I'm gonna see how I feel before I commit to Tuesdays, because sometimes these are a little rough on like my upper back and my neck from looking down and stuff. So okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the thanks for watching, and I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. Let's see who's around. Thank you again, Allie, for the raid. And Gaia Green, thank you for the raid. I had quite a few resubs tonight. Thufi and Haley. And Haley, thank you for the gift sub. Palm, thank you for the biddies. Haley, thank you for the biddies. And I got a bunch of follows from Gaia Green's raid. It's cool to make a new friend. Gaia Green, Release, Rager Brian, GMac, Horse Goes Quack, Breon Toast, Gaia Green, Mallory Jolene, and Meowie Meowie. And Bailey Bird. Thank you for the follows. It is the bedtime. Let's see who is around to raid. Just get whatever hard emotes ready you feel like using. I'm not picky. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you feel like a doing. Let's see. Oh my god, she wasn't heavy for the first 5 minutes. Now it feels like she's 1,000,000 pounds. Oh, Jeffy is still on. I'm going to send y'all over to Jeffy. Jeffy's doing his community game night, playing Mario Kart. Probably has the Treasure Islands open as well. Jeffy's hilarious and amazing. Y'all played Goose Goose Duck with Jeffy last night. Jeffy is a good friend to Cass. Cassa Drizzle, Guy Fieri. Oh, girl. Okay. I'm going to put you in my lap. She is like... She's falling asleep and like jerking. Here, babe. Here. You just lay on that, okay? My arm is dead. But thank y'all for being here. I appreciate the company. Mwah. Sleep tight and sweet dreams. I'll get a couple heart emotes queued up while I get this raid going. Y'all take it easy. All right, y'all. Good night. Mwah. Bye. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams.